Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a file archiver and compression tool called 7-zip. So let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, what exactly is 7-zip? Well, 7-zip is a free open source file archiver and compression tool that can work with multiple archive formats. Okay, some of the formats it supports include 7C, ZEP, G, ZIP, B, ZIP2, TAR, RAR, CAB, and ISO, among others. It is known for its high compression ratio, especially when you are using its native 7Z format, and when you are using LZMA or LZMA to compression. 7-zip also offers strong AES 256 encryption, so your files stay secure. 7-zip is localized in 87 different languages, and is just 1 to 2 megabytes depending on which version you download. It is certainly a lightweight solution. Now, as far as how 7-zip works, well, like most other archivers, it analyzes the file data it's looking to compress and then finds patterns within that data. It replaces the found patterns with smaller references and then packages everything up into an archive container. 7-zip has several compression algorithms at your disposal. There is LZMA, there is LZMA2, PPMD, and deflate. LZMA and LZMA2 are the defaults for the 7Z format, and they offer excellent compression. PPMD can be good for text files, and BSCP2 is kind of a balanced option that is good for all kinds of files. Deflate, on the other hand, is used in the zip format. To download 7-zip, head on over to the official website. On the main page, you will see download links for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. If you're on Windows, there are separate downloads for 32-bit and 64-bit versions. Just pick whichever one applies to you. If you're not sure, you can always choose the 64-bit version. For this video, I am of course using Windows, so I will be downloading the 64-bit version. When you download the 7-zip installer, simply run the file and follow the setup wizard. You don't really need to change any options from the default. Let's keep in mind that the program does have the option to install additional file type associations. If you want those, leave the checkbox checked. Otherwise, uncheck it. When the installation completes, click on Finish and you're pretty much done. After installing 7-zip, you will see that it has been integrated into the Windows shell. This means that if you right-click on a file or folder, you now have the option to add it to an archive or extract an archive. There is also a command line version of 7-zip that you can use if you would like. If you're wondering why you should use 7-zip instead of some other archiver or compression tool, okay, well, there are a few reasons. For starters, it is completely free. It's open source and it has no spyware or adware bundled with it. And secondly, it offers a higher compression ratio than some other archivers. Now, if you're wondering how to use 7-zip, well, let me show you. Adding files to an archive is easy enough. Just select one or more files and right-click on them. Then go down to the 7-zip option and select Add to Archive. You'll now see a window pop up that allows you to set the archive format, the compression level, whether or not you want to encrypt the archive, and more. For the archive format, I recommend sticking with 7Z. That is the native format for 7-zip, and it will give you the best compression ratio. As far as the compression level goes, there are 5 different levels ranging from 0 to 9. The higher you go, the greater the compression ratio will be, but the longer it will take to process the files. If you want the absolute best compression ratio, use a level of 9. But be patient, because it may take a little while. If you don't care about the compression ratio, just set it to 1. The next option is whether or not you want to use a solid block size. Basically, if you're compressing a lot of small files, set this to 64K. Otherwise, leave it set to 0. The next option is whether or not you want to encrypt your archive. 7-zip supports AES 256 encryption. The last option is the archive name and location. Once you're done setting these options, click on OK and 7-zip will begin adding the files to the archive. Extracting archives is just as easy. Right, click on the archive you want to extract and then select Extract here. You could also extract the files to a different folder if you wanted to. All you would have to do is select Extract to and then select the folder you want to extract the files to. If the archive is encrypted, you will be prompted for the password. That's the basic idea behind how to use 7-zip. But there are a few other cool features worth mentioning. For example, you can actually create self-extracting archives. This is useful if you want to send a compressed file and the decompression program to someone else who doesn't already have it installed. To create a self-extracting archive, select the option for SF. You can also split archives into multiple volumes if you need to. Say, for example, you have a very large archive that won't fit on a DVD. You can split it into multiple volumes. There are also some benchmarking utilities that allow you to test the performance of your system, as well as a few other utilities. If you want a full list of the features and options for 7-zip, head on over to the official website. You can find it in the description below. On the site, you can also find the full documentation for 7-zip. There is a lot of information in there, so feel free to browse through it if you're interested. One thing that I do want to point out is that 7-zip is very fast compared to other compression tools. That's because it is written in C and it utilizes the native compression support that is built into Windows. Now that's pretty much everything you need to know about 7-zip. It's a fantastic compression tool and is one that I highly recommend. It's completely free and it offers a higher compression ratio than some of the other free tools out there. Okay? Not to mention, it is very fast. So with all that said, thank you all for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos. Thank you all very much, and I'll see you in the next one.